Chapter 20. And there happened to be there a man of Belial, whose name was Sheba, the son of Bichri, a Benjamite. And he blew a trumpet and said, We have no part in David, neither have we inheritance in the son of Jesse, every man to his tents, O Israel. So every man of Israel went up from after David, and followed Sheba, the son of Bichri. But the men of Judah clave unto their king from Jordan even to Jerusalem. And David came to his house at Jerusalem, and the king took the 10 women his concubines, whom he had left to keep the house, and put them in ward, and fed them, but went not in unto them. So they were shut up unto the day of their death, living in widowhood. Then said the king to Amasa, Assemble me the men of Judah within 3 days, and be thou here present. So Amasa went to assemble the men of Judah, but he tarried longer than the set time which he had appointed him. And David said to Abishai, Now shall Sheba the son of Bichri do us more harm than did Absalom. Take thou thy lord's servants, and pursue after him, lest he should get him fenced cities and escape us. And there went out after him Joab's men, and the Cherethites, and the Pelethites, and all the mighty men. And they went out of Jerusalem to pursue after Sheba the son of Bichri. And when they were all at the great stone which is at Gibeon, Amasa went before them, and Joab's garment that he had put on was girded unto him, and upon it a girdle with a sword fastened upon his loins in the sheath thereof. And as he went forth, it fell out. And Joab said to Amasa, Art thou in health, my brother? And Joab took Amasa by the beard with the right hand to kiss him. But Amasa took no heed to the sword that was in Joab's hand. So he smote him therewith in the 5th rib, and shed out his bowels to the ground, and struck him not again, and he died. So Joab and Abishai his brother pursued after Sheba the son of Bichri. And one of Joab's men stood by him, and said, He that favoureth Joab, and he that is for David, let him go after Joab. And Amasa wallowed in blood in the midst of the highway. And when the man saw that all the people stood still, he removed Amasa out of the highway into the field, and cast the cloth upon him, when he saw that everyone that came by him stood still. When he was removed out of the highway, all the people went on after Joab to pursue after Sheba the son of Bichri. And he went through all the tribes of Israel unto Abel, and to Beth-Mecca, and all the Berites. And they were gathered together, and went also after him. And they came and besieged him in Abel of Beth-Mecca. And they cast up a bank against the city, and it stood in the trench. And all the people that were with Joab battered the wall to throw it down. And then cried a wise woman out of the city, Hear, hear, say, I pray you, unto Joab, Come near hither, that I may speak with thee. And when he was come near unto her, the woman said, Art thou Joab? And he answered, I am he. Then she said unto him, Hear the words of thine handmaid. And he answered, I do hear. Then she spake, saying, They were wont to speak in old times, saying, They shall surely ask counsel at Abel. And so they ended the matter. I am one of them that are peaceable and faithful in Israel. Thou seekest to destroy a city and a mother in Israel. Why wilt thou swallow up the inheritance of the Lord? And Joab answered and said, Far be it for me that I should swallow up or destroy. The matter is not so, but a man of Mount Ephraim, Sheba the son of Bichri by name, hath lifted up his hand against the king, even against David. Deliver him only, and I will depart from the city. And the woman said unto Joab, Behold, his head shall be thrown to thee over the wall. Then the woman went unto the people, all the people in her wisdom, and they cut off the head of Sheba the son of Bichri, and cast it out to Joab. And he blew a trumpet, and they retired from the city, every man to his tent. And Joab returned to Jerusalem unto the king. Now Joab was over all the host of Israel. And Benaiah the son of Jehoiada was over the Cherethites, and over the Pelethites. And Adoram was over the tribute. And Jehoshaphat the son of Ahilud was recorder. And Sheba was scribe. And Zadok and Abiathar were the priests. And Ira also the Jerite was the chief ruler about David. There are 3 components to this. The first one is where Sheba, not the queen of Sheba, but Sheba, a man, who is a Benjamite, leads away all of the other tribes on the west side of the Jordan, because there is a massive upset between all of the tribes and Judah, because David is a member of the tribe of Judah, and Jerusalem is in the area that these people have some influence over, and he wants them, the tribe of Judah, who were the first of the rebellion, to take him back home to Jerusalem. And the rest of the people are so frustrated at this because they were last to join. They probably, the implication is that they sort of were not really thrilled at the prospect of rebelling against David, but they went along with it. But Judah was basically, the tribe of Judah were the instigators. So what happens is Sheba, the son of Bichri, blows the shofar and basically says, okay guys, we've had enough of this garbage, everybody to your tents, and he is basically giving notice that he is starting another rebellion. And so he's gone, and they have to follow up with that, and they do by the end of the chapter. The second thing is David's 10 concubines. What does he do about those? And basically says he fed them, he put them away. The thing was, once these women had been defiled by Absalom, he could no longer have them as his wives, but he couldn't divorce them, he couldn't put them away to be married by anybody else because of their position. Anybody who had any kind of physical or intimate relationship with them would be seen as claiming the kingship. So the only thing he could do was to sustain them, and he did a lot more than feed them. They would have had every courtesy, everything done, because David recognized that they were absolutely innocent, that they were forced by his son to participate in the son's gross activity. And these women basically had to be treated as widows because that was the law. But they were treated with absolute respect. They had everything that they needed all the way. They were not badly treated, but the law was that David couldn't have anything to do with them, and neither could anybody else. Last but not least, we have Joab killing Amasa, and apparently Amasa did not die right away, and they left him on the road, and then everybody who was coming up the road basically was told by Joab's people that they should join in the hunt for Sheba, and they did that. They found out where Sheba was, and they put up a siege around the city, and the lady from the city sort of hollered out to Joab and said, you know, are you going to kill us all? Something to that effect. Why should we all die because, you know, you're a bloody man, sort of thing. And what do you want? And he said, I just want Sheba, the son of Bichri. And so they said, well, okay, great. I'll talk to the people and we'll throw his head out to you. So they did. And then Joab said, well, okay, that's fine. Now, then Joab goes back, and Joab basically is taken in as the chief general again. And we see another mess that started, and it's going to be bad for everybody.